Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Pisces. How are you all this week? Pisces, let's see what's coming in. Right, we have the Six of Pentacles and we have the Page of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, we got a person here who's someone's not talking a lot here. We have a person who's kind of looking ahead here. This is someone who plans and prepares. Yeah, someone's pre-manifesting. We've got a person here who wants to communicate. Now, this is often someone who hasn't been talking or hasn't had a whole lot to say. Yeah. Could be yourself in that energy. But this is an energy of communication. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Someone's trying to manifest. They feel prepared. This is someone who's been pre-manifesting, preparing. I feel like it's this person. They haven't had a whole lot to say. If you've been reaching out, they're just sort of breadcrumbing. Yeah, this is a person here who, whoever they are, they're stable. They're very focused on their finances. Yeah, some of you have been waiting to hear from this person possibly. This is someone who's been expanding their horizons. They're definitely focused on their finances. They're sort of pre-manifesting, preparing, but I feel like this is someone who's prepared. I do think this is someone very much aware that they need to reach out here. Yeah, I don't know if this is someone who was stringing you along, because often this is someone who kind of strings someone along because they're expanding their horizons. Either you're talking just a little or not at all. But yeah, they have been expanding their horizons. It's about stability. But I feel some of you have been waiting, waiting for this person. This is someone who hasn't followed through. They haven't laid any foundation. Often I see this as someone putting more money out than's coming in. And this is why someone's expanding the horizon. But I feel too, this could be a work situation. You may be manifesting this yourself. So let's take a look at that Six of Pentacles. Because this here is showing, if this person does communicate, they're kind of like, what you doing, what you up to. They don't really make any kind of commitment at this point. And I feel like you're waiting. Yeah, and it's possible this person's been waiting for you. Let's take a look at the Six of Pentacles. Yeah, we have someone here who's open to receive. Yeah, this is the start anew. So some of you have this person who hasn't laid a foundation. They've made no commitment. We know the Empress doesn't wait too long, so you can see you're waiting for this person to reciprocate. You're open and available. Yeah, in fact, some of you could be that King of Pentacles energy, so please just take it as it resonates. The Empress is someone who generally is always open to talk, open to offers, opportunities, and ideas. This is someone who's kind of been on their own path, possibly as well. Yeah, there you are. Yeah. Waiting for this person to reciprocate, waiting for them to reach out, but they haven't laid a foundation. I feel like you're just nurturing, caring, tending to yourself here. Yeah, I feel like you're open to offers and opportunities because this person hasn't made any kind of commitment. It's someone who doesn't follow through often. Because I feel you may have showered abundance and reached out and you're waiting for this person. But I can really see that you've been expanding your own horizons here too. You've been on the Empress is always on their own path. But yeah, I can see you open, Yeah, some of you too, I feel you're just open to other offers and opportunities because this is someone who hasn't made any kind of commitment. They haven't followed through. This could do with a job. The Empress is very creative, someone who keeps their life very balanced. So, yeah, it's all about giving and receiving. Yeah, some of you are open to new here. And I do see a new job. This literally could be someone you're waiting to hear from because you're manifesting long-term stability, which I feel some of you have done. Yeah, nice. Let's have a look. The sun, there's going to be clarity here with this. The sun exposes everything, but it is an energy of open to new. And I do think this person is, someone who hasn't, this is someone who's been pinned down. Yeah, someone who doesn't want to be pinned down. See, they're not laying a foundation, but they are pondering it. They are looking at the situation. And I do think this person's aware they need to communicate. I don't feel like you're the person here who's going to be making any movement here. But it does look like it's someone who doesn't want to be pinned down. So I feel as though you're open to new. Yeah, look, you do have someone else. You've got another person, multiple. You got other people going to reach out. I feel like you're just open to new. And I do feel this is someone who's also looking for something new. Yeah. See, I feel they're aware that you're open. They're aware that you're looking for something new. Interesting. But there's the Six of Cups. So there is a person coming in to communicate. Someone taking action. This is often a date, the calling card. It's a person who explores their feelings, emotions. But this is communication. Somebody here is about to take action. Yeah, you got a Knight of Wands here too. So some of you have multiple. Yeah, you got some people going to reach out. This person's not. I actually feel they're looking for something new. They don't want to be pinned down. It's someone who doesn't want to make any kind of commitment. So you have a Knight of Wands. Now this is and I can see this too. See, this could even be this person in this energy. I see some Sag, some Leo energy. It's a person who rushes in. They find someone really attractive. But it's often someone who rushes in, yeah, very quickly and backs out. I feel like this is the same person. Yeah, and I do think that they do find you attractive. This is the thing. Because it is about new. It is the sun shining. It's all about gaining clarity. And I feel like you're gaining clarity here. I don't think you're going to sit around and wait for this person. It's sort of like, wasting time here. Someone who's wasting your time. Yeah, and I do think it's someone who's rushed in and backed out. Yeah, there's a moment of truth and clarity. Yeah, some enlightenment, seeing the truth. Yeah, this person is aware you're open to new. Yeah. But I feel like you've got another energy coming in. It's somebody coming in. They're emotionally, they're just kind of exploring their feelings. It's often someone who wants to talk. See, this other person doesn't want to be pinned down. They're in their head. They're not moving. They're not taking any action. So the way I see it is you're just open to new, and you've got new coming in. Yeah, I do see someone longing for love, a possible crush. See, the new. This person is aware. They are aware. Yeah. I see this energy of longing for love. I do see a person sort of reminiscing too. Yeah, some of you are just kind of thinking here. I don't feel, what's interesting is I don't feel that you're going to be taking any kind of moves. You're just open, available, putting yourself out there, letting people know you're open. And I definitely feel there is people that know this. Yeah, see, you've got someone here. See, missing opportunity is another sign of awareness. This is a person becoming self-aware. They've missed a beautiful opportunity. I do think this person's reminiscing. But here's the interesting thing. If you've had multiple people reach out, somebody's rushed in and backed out. Yeah, because they don't want to be pinned down, you see. Someone who comes and goes. They want to be able to just come and go, sort of do as they please, but they don't want to be pinned down. Interesting. I feel some of you have dealt with this, energies of people who don't want to make any kind of commitment, and often people who don't follow through. You may have had this person even ignore you, but it is an energy of being aware. Yeah, you got another person here. Who's this Knight of Cups? Who's the Knight of Cups? Who is this person? Yeah. You have the energy of 3. But it's a person who wants to collaborate, get together, sort of team up. Do you want to do something? Do you want to get together? So you've got this energy of 3. But this person wants to spend some time with you. Yeah. I feel like this person is someone, they're willing to cooperate, compromise, whatever you want, kind of energy. Yeah, whatever you want to do. This is someone kind of chill here. Tell me more about this. Yeah, so this is someone who's this. I gotta tell you, you've got luck on your side. things are going to start going in your favor. This person actually sees you, Ace of Swords, in a favorable light. You've got some things in common. So you might know some people. Or this could be I almost feel like we have a, you know, maybe a social circle or community energy. But I do see collaborating, spending time together, going down this path. Someone sees you in a favorable light. Things are starting to go in your favor. You got something new. This could be why this person isn't coming in, because they're aware of this. Because I kind of get the vibe this is someone missing someone or longing for love. There is reminiscing here. But I also see this person kind of romanticizing and fantasizing a little bit. See, being romantic. Yeah, you got a person who's coming in. I feel like you got a person going to come in and romance you a little bit. Here's what's interesting. This person's missed an opportunity because they weren't being that way. Because this is the energy of someone who kind of lacks a lot of emotion. They're more focused on their money. They may even act like they're not interested. You see? Yeah. Yeah. I can see this person's energy. They are very much aware. See, you're going down this path, teaming up. And I got to tell you, this person coming in, definitely I feel like you could have some things in common, but it's all about spending time doing something together, whatever it is, whatever makes you happy. Interesting. Yeah, we have some Taurus energy as well. Yeah. This is about being on the same page. Someone's lifestyle habits, the way they conduct themselves. Yeah, we have a person who's non-committal, someone who doesn't want to commit. See, they don't want to be pinned down. They like to, this is often a person who comes and goes from different people. Rushing in, rushing out. Yeah, I do think this is an energy where you're going to see truth. It's somebody who will never commit, you know, they're just non-committal. But I feel like with the Empress here, I feel like you have faith in yourself to make the right choice. I feel like you're done with this person here. Sort of thanks, but no thanks. No longer interested. Because they are lacking emotion, like they just want to come and go. Yeah, someone who doesn't want to commit. See, they don't want to be pinned down. But you have another person, someone who will at least commit to spend some time together and do things together. But there's where this person, I feel, went wrong. Is they didn't want to spend time with you. They weren't putting in any kind of effort or, yeah, like I say, it's just all these things, seeing the truth, see, learning the hard way, the school of hard knocks. Yeah. Tell me about this Four of Cups. Yeah, you got a person here. You have a person. I feel like you've got someone who's emotionally mature and available. Look at that. Yeah, you just have this person who doesn't follow through. Even if they make an agreement to follow through, they don't follow through. They're a person who doesn't really, it's not just about commitment. Like I can see this person here is someone, if they make an agreement to, you know, get together, to hang out, to do something, they'll follow through. They're emotionally open and available, so you've got new. But this other person, someone who won't do that. They'll just ignore you. Like if you were to reach out to this person and go, hey, we had an agreement or an arrangement to spend time, they'll just ignore you. This person won't. So look at that. You got this beautiful energy coming in. And I kind of feel like I see Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, but I see someone with a little Leo. And then that Sag energy down here, you see, it's a person who, what I feel is this other person is someone who just likes a lot of attention. If they don't get it from you, they'll get it from someone else. That's the energy of the King of Wands in this, or the Knight of Wands. See, they rush in and back out. So someone, once they get what they want, you won't hear from this person. So I feel like you've learned this. I do think this is the energy of the Empress. Yeah, but you're on the same page with this person too. Like they are someone who follows through. If they make an agreement, they stick to it. So this is about learning about someone, seeing that they're, you know, they stick to their agreements and arrangements. But I also see others of you really having an issue with, or putting out, reaching out. It could be job applications, contracts, negotiations. Because I definitely see work energy here for some of you too, and things are going in your favor. Yeah, things are going to start to go in your favor. See, everything's coming Everything that you've been kind of wanting here, I feel, has been moving very slow, including the energy with this King of Cups. But like I say, you're expanding your horizons, and I do see putting out job applications or negotiating with someone, making sure things are fair. So be careful of signing anything with a person, because you do have someone here who doesn't follow through. Yeah. And the person who does, which tells me there's two different people. One of them could be a new job. Some of you literally could be looking at that. But you've got new love too. See, making choices. I feel like you're going to make a choice here. And you're going to look at this and see truth. One of these people is loyal and faithful. If they make an agreement with you, they'll follow through. They're open, emotionally open. They're available. It's a person who's often kind, compassionate, more nurturing. See, the other person sort of lacks those qualities, and that's what I feel. See, it's all about the qualities. Yeah, you're going to do the right thing here. But the Lover's a little Gemini energy. See, this is a desire and attraction, manifesting what you desire. You're just keeping your options open more than likely. But yeah, you do have someone here, and it could be where it's already happened. You know, they come in and they don't stick to the agreement. They're not loyal and faithful. Yeah, it's a person who doesn't want to be pinned down. So I do think you're going to some of you have taken a time out. You're kind of over it. You're over this. It's sort of like whatever. Yeah, but this person knows they missed an opportunity. I don't feel like you're really that interested in this person anymore. Yeah, see, you're crossing paths with someone. You're making a choice. This is a life path decision. And I feel like you got a few things going on. I definitely feel things going in your favor. You know, working in a team setting. I do see that energy of the team setting. Whatever you do when it comes to contracts, negotiations, agreement, don't sign anything until you look at it very carefully. Make sure you see truth. But look at that. I can see the truth here to do with the Lovers too. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you got a person you've got this person. They have confidence, self-control. They're in control of their emotions. This person's coming in. Look at that. This person's going to come in before this other person gets a chance here. Yeah. See, before anything happens. But I got to tell you, you've got a situation where someone hasn't followed through. It's not going anywhere. And I don't really feel like you're that interested, because I feel it's anyone who keeps you hanging, or they, string you along. You can see already and you could be looking at the similarities, the things that these two people have in common. But you have more in common with this other person, I feel. And they are definitely someone who's determined to succeed. See, they're coming in. They're open, emotionally available. Whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, they just kind of go with it here. But they are taking the lead. Someone who takes the lead. Very nice. I feel like both of these people have an energy of stability. But this other person's more into cooperating, compromising. It's just dating, courting, doing things traditional. They'll pick you up, take you home. It's somebody who makes sure you're safe. And this is where I feel the other person, they don't really care. They just, like I say, it's someone who doesn't follow through. They break an agreement. If you had an agreement to spend time together, they just don't. Because they rush in and rush out. See this, and it could be too where you've also put on the brakes. Interesting energy. Yeah. See, you're taking your power back from this person, but this still shows this person coming in. Possible Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Look at King and Queen of Cups. You got something in common. You're going to spend time with this person. Yeah, it's saying to trust your inner knowing. See, I feel like you already know the answers. It's like you're going to trust your intuition, Pisces. Look at that. I do think that this other person maybe has secrets. They could even be in a relationship. Someone who rushes in and out, right? That person. See, they are aware you've got something new, and they may try to come in, but I really feel like you've taken back your power. Yeah. But interesting with this person. Look at that. Yeah, you've got something cooking really nice here. Your intuition's going to tell you. You already know the answers you're seeking. This is somebody a little more, they're more loyal, faithful. If they make an agreement, they stick to it. They're available. They let you know they're available. And it is somebody too. They could even have some Pisces energy. I see Pisces and Cancer energy here. Some Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Little Gemini. Tell me about the Lovers. Let's see. Yeah. You see, one of these people will commit. They lay the foundation. They commit. They stick to it. The other person, no. See, I feel like they may even try to come in, but I'm going to tell you, more than likely the same. They'll act exactly like they did before. It won't go anywhere. This is why I feel stay in your power here, okay? Because they will just reject you and ignore you. And this is what someone does. They try to take your power. It's someone who tries to take your power. You're more powerful because you're coming up as the Empress. See, they're trying to take your power. They like to reject you, you know? But I don't feel you're going to let this happen. See, your intuition, you already know the answers you're seeking. You know who you're going to choose. You can see very clearly. Someone who will make a commitment and stick to it. The other person won't. They may come in and try to manipulate you, right? String you along, dangle the little carrot. Maybe we'll go out on a date. Maybe we'll spend. They don't really commit to anything. This is why I feel it never goes anywhere. So they are going to try to come back in, or it's something that's already happened. I don't feel like I'm going to tell you, I feel like it's yourself going to put on the brakes. But you've got this other person coming in. See the Two of Wands? You know, this other person too, they're kind of in that energy of just trusting their own intuition. I wouldn't be surprised you're dealing with another Pisces, Moon, Rising, or Venus here too. Ooh. Yeah, this person's very curious about you. They want to learn about you. So they're interested. They show they're interested. But you have the other person, I feel, sort of manipulative. They just want to take your power. They'll reject you. Yeah. But here's the interesting. Don't miss this opportunity with this other person because you're waiting for this. And that's what I feel like your message is. Stay in control. Here's another thing. I see some of you, a large purchase, buying a new vehicle. Because I do see job opportunities, collaborating, working in a team setting, more money coming in. So that's an interesting energy too. Tell me more about the Empress. Yeah, see, someone who's single. You tend to self. You're looking out for yourself. You're independent. See, this person likes this energy. They like you take care of yourself. You tend to self. You got it all going on. The other person knows a good thing when they see it too. You can see that with their energy. Wow. Yeah, they're coming in pretty quick. Tell me about the Chariot. Yeah. See, I see someone being cautious, a little careful what they wish for. Often, the Empress often plays it safe. So does the King and Queen of Cups. But you're going to fill each other's cup. So you've got a person who didn't tell you everything. I do think you have a person here who rushed in and out. They may have been in a committed relationship. Someone who comes and goes, they just do as they please. He's stepping out, someone who's stepping out. But the other person is committal. They'll make a commitment to at least spend time together to, you know, see what you have in common. Wow, but yeah, you got someone who manipulated here. They don't tell you everything. Yeah, a little shock, surprise, the Tower. But here's what's going to happen. I feel they may try to come in. But I feel like you're going to reject this person. This is how you take back your power. Thanks, but no thanks. I'm no longer interested because you've got someone new. You are going to get that pentacle. So you have, see, there's nothing this was built on shaky ground. You can see it was built on shaky ground. They never committed. So it's really no fault of their own. And I do think this person's probably going to be regretting this. But like I say, I feel I wouldn't be surprised they're not telling you that they're actually in a committed relationship. So just be cautious, play it safe. Don't share too much about your information with someone until you get to know them a little better. I feel like your intuition's really going to kick off. It's like you already know. You're taking care of yourself. See that energy of independence? Both of these people are very attracted to you because you got it all going on. You're independent. You take care. See, this person likes that you're independent, but they just want to keep you that way. And I do feel like you're not going to pin yourself down until someone spends time with you, right? See, as someone who needs to lock you down, you got a person coming in quick. They need to hurry up and lock you down. Yeah, they need to lock it down. You know exactly what's going on here. I feel that energy of being very aware. Yeah, you're going to get your cup filled. See, you've got this King of Cups. You're going to you're going to fill each other's cup. You're going to spend some time with this person. Yeah, it's a person who's definitely, and I feel like this other person's going to try to come in and manipulate you. Watch out for any emotional manipulation too, because I do think this is someone who's, I don't know, they've got secrets. See, they have a lot of secrets, and I feel like you may already kind of have figured it out. You may not know everything, but I do think that you know something. See, this is somebody who's learning you have another opportunity, and they're not very happy about it. See, it was built on shaky ground, though. They wouldn't commit, so now you have this other person. So there you are, getting your cup filled. This is someone kicking themselves. Yep, Queen of Pentacles. See, you're stable. You tend to self. See, this person liked that you were independent because they wouldn't have, then they feel they don't have to commit. So you have that energy of, I just want to be single. Giving someone this, they have this impression of you. But it's just a person who takes care of themselves until the right person comes in and makes a commitment. And yeah, it looks like it looks like you're going to be dating someone, and they are somewhat traditional. They do come in and they will pick you up, take you home. They keep you safe. See, the Queen of Pentacles, it's all about feeling safe with someone. So you're not safe with this person because they rush in and out and probably back and forth between other people. Yeah, not good. There you go, though. Yeah, you're about to get your cup filled. I'm going to pull out. And I do see job stability and security, too. Like you're going to be there's going to be a bit of a shock here, because while this is going on, I feel like you have another opportunity of possible work, too. Something that's going to bring you some more stability. And I feel this is something that's already happened. So you got it all going on. You got stuff going on here. You got no time to sit around wasting your time with someone. Yeah, excellent. You're not wasting any time. Let's have a look at the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, see, someone who's the beauty queen. You got both of these people find you very attractive, but one of them comes in and actually asks you out on a date, where the other person, they just want to kind of get in, get out. They don't want to be pinned down, you see. Yeah, you've got this. Tell me about this King of Cups with the Ace of Cups. Yeah, see somebody who's a pure love. See someone who truly loves someone. They're emotionally available. They come and see you're attracting what you desire with pure intention, and that's what I feel. Look at this. This is really, really nice. See, things are starting to go in your favor, and I feel once you break free, and you've let this other person go, this is where things start to go in your favor. You're going to get your cup filled, but you and this other person are going to fill each other's cups. You're going to spend time together. I feel like really good company, companionship. See, the other person just kind of, wants to come and go. I love this energy. Yeah, I do see communication coming in, texting, phone calls, online. Yeah, but this King of Cups has pure intentions and honest connection, where the other person isn't. You see, they keep something from you. I have a feeling this person's actually in a committed relationship and stepped out and didn't tell you. And they are kicking themselves, because I do think they're quite angry finding out you have someone come in. But here's where things go in your favor. That Tower there's excitement. Okay, you're going to be a little shocked and surprised what this person tells you. Look at that twin flame energy, spiritual alignment. See, spirituality. I feel like you're really in alignment with this other person, where you're not in alignment with this person. Their morals and values, they don't align. Yeah. So there you go. Beautiful energy. Beautiful. Yeah, there's definitely been something karmic here, and I do think it's a situation where you're making the right choice, this life path choice. It's when you start to see the truth, it never goes anywhere. You see, it never goes anywhere. Well, this is where you spend time with this person. You take it to the next level. So beautiful. Do take care. As far as money and work, I definitely wouldn't be surprised some of you have been putting out job applications, and I do see moving forward with that. You got a couple things happening. Decisions to be made, but I feel like, I really feel like you've got this big time here. Because you know your worth and value with the Empress. See, you're tending to yourself, but you have a lot going on. You got it all going on, too. This person knows, this King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, or just a person who comes in with true love and pure intentions. They're honest. They have integrity. They're loyal and faithful person. Take care. Bye for now.